He said, let's put the wedding on hold, so I handed him proof he was already replaced. I was supposed to be married last month. The venue was booked, the dress was tailored, the guests had RSVP'd, and the cake was waiting in a bakery fridge with my name on it. Everything was perfect. Or so I thought. My fiancé, Anthony, and I had been together for 3 years. He wasn't perfect, but he made me laugh, and we shared the same goals. Or at least I believed we did. But his parents were another story. His mom, Felicity, was the kind of woman who measured your worth by the label on your shoes. His dad, Stanley, barely spoke unless it was to brag about his car or complain about kids these days. They didn't hate me. They just thought I wasn't enough. Not fancy enough. Not rich enough. Not their kind. Still, I believed Anthony loved me for me. Until 1 week before the wedding. The family trip, Mom and Dad are taking me on a quick trip before the wedding, Anthony said. I remember thinking, now? But I didn't want to be the clingy fiancé, so I smiled and told him to have fun. He kissed me goodbye and left Thursday morning. By Saturday, I knew something was wrong. That night, my best friend Jade called me, her voice shaking. Hey, isn't Anthony supposed to be getting married next week? She asked. Yeah, why? I think I just saw him at my bar with his parents and another woman. My stomach dropped. Jade described a blonde in a tiny dress, laughing and flirting while Felicity and Stanley smiled like proud matchmakers. And Anthony? He wasn't stopping her. He was entertaining it. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just a trip. It was an audition. The evidence I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I got focused. The next morning, I hired a private investigator. Within days, I had everything. Photos, videos, timestamps, receipts. Anthony and that woman, Shelby, at dinners, bars, the pool. His parents walking ahead of them like chaperones. By Monday morning, Anthony came back. He looked nervous. I asked how his trip was. He couldn't meet my eyes. Then he said it. I think we should put things on hold. I didn't react. I just smiled, picked up a folder from the table and slid it toward him. Then explained this. He opened it and froze. Every photo, every detail, right there. The color drained from his face, and that's when Felicity and Stanley walked into my apartment. The showdown. Hope we're not too early, Felicity chirped, clutching a wedding planner. She stopped dead when she saw the folder in Anthony's hands. For a long moment, no one said anything. Then Anthony turned to his parents, voice trembling. What the hell is this? Oh, don't be dramatic, Felicity scoffed. We just wanted you to meet new people. New people? I snapped. A week before our wedding? Stanley barely looked up from his phone. We were thinking long term. We didn't want Anthony tied down if a better option came along. A better option. My blood went cold. Felicity rolled her eyes. Don't make a scene, dear. We were trying to help, Anthony muttered. I just wanted to keep the peace. Peace? I laughed bitterly. You mean you wanted them to test drive someone else for you? Then Felicity said the line that made everything snap. You're being emotional. We gave Shelby a little spending money, that's all. Stop acting like it's criminal. The truth comes out right then. My phone buzzed. A text from Jade. Shelby's at the bar bragging that Felicity paid her to break you two up. Call me. I looked straight at Felicity. How much did you pay her? She blinked. Excuse me? You heard me. How much did you pay Shelby to throw herself at Anthony? Stanley shifted. Anthony's jaw clenched. Felicity smirked. Oh, stop. A few gifts, a little incentive. It's not like she did anything wrong. I couldn't believe it. They had literally bribed another woman to replace me. 1 week before the wedding. But I wasn't finished. Funny, I said. Because she's still in town, telling everyone she was flown in to break up our wedding. Half of Seaview knows already. And I've got every receipt, photo, and recording. Anthony looked horrified. Let's not make this public, he whispered. Too late, I said. The grand finale. The next day, I invited all of them, Anthony, his parents, and Shelby, to the wedding venue. I told them it was an emergency planning meeting. Felicity loved the idea. When they arrived, the room was still decorated for our ceremony. Shelby strutted in wearing a white dress, smirking. Didn't expect a group session, she said. Oh, it's a group reveal, I replied. connecting my laptop to the projector. The photos appeared on the big screen, Anthony and Shelby together, Felicity laughing beside them, Stanley watching approvingly. Then came the video. Felicity's voice echoed through the room. "Once this little wedding blows over, you and Anthony will have all the time in the world." Silence. No one moved. Finally, Felicity hissed, "You're overreacting." "Anthony didn't even cheat," Shelby smirked. "Please, the wedding was never going to happen anyway." "Anthony deserves someone with class." Anthony stood up. For 1 second, I thought he'd defend me. Instead, he muttered, "We should all go our separate ways." That was all I needed to hear. I packed my laptop, turned to them, and said, "Well, I guess we just did." The aftermath Shelby posted online the same day, pretending she and Anthony were engaged. "Future misses, re-upgrade." By the next week, everyone knew the truth. Felicity and Stanley lost half their social circle when people learned they'd tried to bribe a woman to replace their son's fiancé. Anthony stayed with Shelby for 3 weeks before she dumped him. Turns out, no money, no mansion, no upgrade. Me? I spent what should have been my wedding weekend eating cake straight from the box with my friends, laughing until my stomach hurt. It wasn't the wedding I'd planned, but it was the freedom I didn't know I needed.